What's up, Dragon Brood? So today I was kind of messing around trying to decide what type of deck I wanted to feature today, and I wasn't really sure. I started looking at stuff we had from the beginning of the season and stuff I just recently put together, and then obviously the deck we had yesterday was a banger, so that was awesome. We weren't going to live up to that. That was pretty crazy. But I did see some people saying, hey, can you do more with Magecraft? I want to see more Magecraft stuff. So today we're going to feature a Magecraft deck. Though, oddly, I did have a couple people asking for Winota lists. So is that a thing y'all want to see? Like, just more Winota lists? There's so many out there that I assumed everybody would already be saturated with Winota. Or, I don't know, just be burned out on even seeing those videos. But if y'all want to see a Winota list, sure, I can put one together. Matter of fact, I may even do something different. I have a Mardu list, I think, and we could show that off. So if that's something you want to see, sure. But today, we're going to do SELESNYA Magecraft. Because I did do mono white, and I think I might have done red white at some point. But today, I'm just going to take a little bit of a different direction, and we're going to see if we can make it pay off in a really tough format for Magecraft right now. But we'll see how it goes. Now, the one thing I will say about this deck that is a little bit tough is, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I could just be playing Gigantha probably as a companion. So I may add that. Not that we need it, but it's an option. Is that the reason this deck works really is about two cards. It's about Fight as One and Snakeskin Veil. Mostly because you really need to keep alive, depending on the game situation, either your Leonin Light Scribe or your Clarion Spirit. Right? Those two end up being the most important creatures in this deck. So there's going to be a lot of times you almost need to play more defensively, where you play a creature out, or maybe you play it a turn later than you normally would because you have the mana to protect it the next turn. But it is a very key thing for this deck. It's one of the reasons that Jeskai Sentinel works out so well in here, because it allows you to play a turn 1 creature, then you play a turn 2 creature, and then you can still tap for either mana that you need to, whether it's green or white, to cast either of these spells and protect your team. Then you can start trying to take off, right? Because then you put the opponent on the back foot a little bit, and hopefully it works out your way. Now, the toughest part about this deck, like all Magecraft lists, is if you don't draw spells, things get bad, right? I mean, just is what it is. But the Clarion Spirit does help that a little bit, that if you are just drawing creatures, you can play a couple per turn, produce a 1/1 flyer, and that can help you out too. But from the top of the list, we are playing Lumimancer because that's one of the main reasons you would play Magecraft. Defiant Strike gives you a +1, but also draws a card, which is very key in this list. As we talked about just a second ago, we do have Fight as one. Charge Through. I debated on how many of these I wanted to play. I see a lot of lists that have 4 of these, and I think they're really valuing the card draw a little heavier than I am. I opted to only go with 2, mostly because they're only really beneficial if you're just in a weird blocking situation and your opponent has a bunch of 1/1s or 2/2s. I don't know, maybe they're Pest or something, and you're trying to force one of your big creatures through. But a lot of times, I don't catch myself forcing through more than like 4 damage, maybe. And that's not bad. Sometimes that's all you need to win, all things considered. But I don't think I necessarily wanted 4 of them. But, if it's your thing, go ahead. I think that's a reasonable spot to make changes here. Then we said we're playing full set of Jeskai Sentinels, full set of Snakeskin Veil. Also, the reason we're playing a full set of Snakeskin Veil and not Fight as One is Snakeskin Veil gives something hexproof, which can also blank your opponent's, like Bone Crusher Giants if they try to stomp, or Brazen Bar if they try to use Petty Theft, right? So it does a little bit more. Whereas if you Fight as One, they can still target your things and there's nothing you can really do about it. It just keeps them from dying. So both cards are good, but for different reasons. In a lot of situations, if they're just coming with like lethal damage, whether they're trying to hit it with like a, I don't know, Frostbite or something, both cards function effectively the same. But there's other situations where they don't. So just want to point that out. Then, of course, like I said, full set of Clarion Spirits, full set of Leonin Light Scribe. And then we're playing 3 Chijiri Shelter. This is 1, because it's a spell. 2, because it's a land. And 3, because this works as well as Charge Through when you're trying to get something through on the opponent's turn a lot of times. So lots of good stuff there out of this card. Could possibly cut back to 1, to 2, but I'm okay playing 3 of them. Then we have 2 Show of Confidence. This is a card I really would like to play 4 of, but it does cost 2, and there are a lot of times where we're just not able to play like 2 spells or 3 spells back to back. Now, if there are more times where I think we could 3 spell, then this ends up being a game ender almost all by itself if you have like a Light Scribe or something out. But it's fine as is with just a couple copies. I don't think I felt too bad with that. The Dragon Guard's Elite, just another card that's just getting bonuses. Another reason if you're going to play green and play Magecraft. Rarely are we going to pump up or double the counters on here, but it is a thing that you could do. Mavenda. Now, this card's really good in here. We don't want to play a lot because it does cost 3, but being able to reuse all those cheap spells, especially if you get a Fight as One or a Snakeskin Veil in the graveyard, being able to just protect a card and your opponent not be able to do anything about it is super strong. Like, putting your opponent in a situation where they have to use 2 or 3 cards on a turn to not even get the thing they want is a really big deal. So keep that in mind whenever you're playing it. And then I'm playing 1 copy of Mage Duel, just trying this out. Arguably, and Mage Duel is just a fight spell, right? If you played another spell for the turn, you can play this for 1 green. A creature gets +1/+2, so it also pumps up a creature, and then that creature fights a creature you don't control. It's kind of a removal card here. After you grow your creatures, maybe you get a big blocker out of the way. I'm still debating if it needs to be on the list or not, but like, hey, you know, if you want to play like a Charge Through or another Show of Confidence or whatever, like, go for it. I think it's totally fine. Lands, we're doing 7 plains, 7 forests, 4 branch off pathway, 1 temple of plenty. And people have asked why just the 1 temple? Mostly because you don't want a bunch of lands to come into play tapped. You know, I'm just playing the 1 up because, like, I kind of want 2. I'm just not sure where I want to commit to it. But it's at least, you know, because we're already playing land light. You know, really, it's only 19 land plus the Chijiri Shelter. So not a lot. But we also, you know, only have 3 things, really only 2 things that cost more than 2 mana. So it's probably fine. But this is just like a flex spot on the land that like can help us filter cards off the top. But like I said, if we really wanted to, replacing another forest with the Temple of Plenty is probably fine. But you know what? Let's go play some games and we can talk about this on the other side. And don't forget, as usual, there is a card spotlight at the end of the video. I am very curious what this can do. Now, this type of hand looks way better because we have a turn 1 Jaspara Sentinel, which is much nicer. Mostly because now we can turn to like Light Scribe and leave up a Snakeskin Veil, and that sort of changes things going forward. So we're just going to pass. No need to attack. Because if they play like Apparition here, we want to be able to keep our... Oh, well, there you go. Exactly why we didn't attack. Alright, so they can't steal it. I think we just play a Clarion Spirit. And then we attack with the Light Scribe. And again, we're just going to leave mana up. And that's good because it doesn't even look like a suspicious attack. And they had another one. Well, fortunately, we had as many little Snakeskin Veils as they had Apparitions. Oh, okay. We can Defiant Strike and... No, we can't do that. So we get our choice of one of these. I mean, unless we just want to put like Lumimancer. Okay, let's attack with these. They're gonna have nothing. Do we even cast anything there? Alright, we just let it go. We'll go ahead and play Lumimancer and pass. Mostly because I can still use Fight as One here. I mean, this could be a Winota, and then just get in with 2 triggers on their thing, but then like... Oh, nope, they're just straight up playing a Bone Crusher Giant. Alright. I am going to waste one of these. Ugh, that didn't help. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, we tried. I don't know what to do with that. I guess we just attack with Light Scribe and Lumimancer? Because then we can Defiant Strike, or I don't know. Alright, we'll attack with these 2. I mean, if they don't do anything, that's lethal for sure. All right, so this is going to pump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doesn't quite get there. You know what, though? I'm willing to hit that anyway. See if we can draw a land, maybe. Hey, we did. Resolve that. Play this duder. Alright. Now we should be okay. Even if they play Winota, opponent's at 7. We should be quite alright here. Yeah, Winota's not going to matter much. Mostly because we can block and give stuff indestructible because we have humans and non-humans. Actually, I do have humans and non-humans. This will also be a 3/3 plus. Oh, well, now it's going to be first striking. That's a thing. Alright. And they missed on the other trigger. Fantastic. Opponent's only at 7? Yeah, alright. Let's block here. Block here. Choose both. Put it on the 2 creatures that are blocking. Sure, you can tap that, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Yep. And now everything attacks. That'll do it. Don't know how this is gonna end up though. This hand is very suspicious. Alright, so we're playing against Cycling. We're gonna take 3 here, I'll assume. Cycle twice, put counters on the Flourishing Fox. Or not. Alright, so we only take 2. That's great. I appreciate that. That worked out better than expected. Okay, let's do this. And then we'll pass. So now if the Flourishing Fox does get up to, let's say 5, we could make this 2, 3, 4. Not enough. We could trade that off, though. Okay, they're working to find the land, obviously, to make that happen. If it only gets to 4, I might be willing to trade this. Oh, they're not even going to try. All right. Smart move on the opponent's part. Tajiri Shelter. What do we do with this? I mean, do we just try to race here? I mean, I don't know if this is right, but it feels correct. So we attack for 6. Opponent attacks for, let's say, 6 on their turn. But they didn't even cycle another card. So do they already have their Zenith Flares in hand, maybe? I'll put this in tapped, because I'm going to need all my mana the following turn, I think. I don't... Man. Alright. I'm going to go for it. I mean, this at least lets me play the Lumimancer as a sacrificial blocker next turn if we have to. Oh, wait, the opponent's blocking? Ooh, I was about to say, like, that was about to be the best of everything. That was a very unanticipated situation. We could get lucky and they might try to Zenith Flare our Light Scribe. That would be nice. And then we could really go off next turn. Yep. Well, that's not what I thought they were going to do there. But I'll take it. All right, so we're drawing 2, discarding 2. That's an interesting addition to the cycling deck, because it does help to fuel filling your graveyard and help you find your Zenith Flare. So I can dig that. So right now, next turn looks like we're just going to play Lumimancer, maybe play Defiant Strike, get some extra damage in, see what that looks like. Because I'm assuming the opponent if the opponent doesn't block, then we just play both of these. Because then that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that puts us real close. Alright. We get to play a land. Play a Lumimancer. If we attack and Defiant Strike, they basically get to trade for our Dispara Sentinel. I think I'm kind of okay with that, actually. Yeah, I think I am okay with that. Ooh. Ooh. Dang. Well. Okay. I want to be greedy, but I'm going to wait. They have 2, 4, 5 cards with cycling in their graveyard. Okay. And they're going to cycle here. We're going to protect something. Light Scribe gets juice. So now it's also permanently protected from that, which is also nice. But now we have to find a spell, which we failed to do. So that's not good. We're going to attack with just the Light Scribe. Alright, and sadly, we are just going to play both of these. Knowing that if they have Zenith Flare in hand, we're kind of wrecked anyway. And end the turn. We ran out of gas, team. I think we're dead. Oh yeah, we're definitely dead now. Because there's no way they don't have no cyclers in hand. Yeah, exactly. Yep. The only thing we can do now is draw 2 cantrips. Oh, there's one. That's a start. All right. We're going to attack. I mean, they have to know. I mean, you got to block, right? Whoa. Really? Okay, then. That's it, right? Okay, then. Okay, opponent gets to go first. Oh, this hand probably doesn't do a whole lot, but we're going to keep anyway. I'm going to try to make the most of it. Maybe we'll get lucky and draw one of our 1-mana things. Or maybe the opponent has 2 coming to play tap lands for the first couple turns. Nope, no such luck. They're playing Snow-Covered Mountains. That's bad for us. Man, we didn't even draw anything. Ugh. Okay, well. Just you then, little Clarion Spirit. I mean, I'm sure it's getting stomped, but there's not much we can do about it. The good news is I can at least protect the Light Scribe. Possibly. I mean, I don't know. We really can't. We really need to draw either Fight as One or Snakeskin Veil here. Because, I mean, if they just have a... what you call Frostbite, which I'm sure they do. Okay, well, there's a Snakeskin Veil. That's nice. Don't hate that. Ooh, but they don't have a Frostbite. That's good information to know. Okay, then. Hey, Peter. So yeah, we'll see where this goes. I don't know just yet. Galazeth Prismari. Okay. We're definitely behind here. I don't know how we're gonna get out of this just yet. But I'm trying to come up with a plan that makes sense. And right now, none of it makes sense. Alright, we attack. Why not? I'm gonna do this at least. Ooh, Mavenda's not too bad to have. Alright. Let's see what we find, though. I mean, we could find another cantrip and then maybe play like 3 spells next turn with both these creatures getting through. Maybe we find another charge through. I don't know. There could be a lot of things happening here. My opponent left 2 mana open. What does that mean? If we get another spell, we could, assuming it's... Let's see, 1, 2. If it costs 1. Well, even if it costs 2. Okay. Well, let's see what happens here. Well, that's definitely ain't it. Like, that was not the answer. That's for sure. But it is putting us closer. This is probably getting countered, I imagine. Though it could just be like Jawari's Disruption or something. Make us pay 1 more. Alright, we'll just end the turn. Well, I didn't really want to use this on that, but I guess we have to. That blanks a Brazen Borrower. Unfortunately, I don't have more green mana up. Or so I'd be able to use it out of the yard again. Alright, Epiphany gives them an extra turn. Which is basically just draw a card here, I imagine. I mean, yeah, if you attack, I mean, I guess I block. I mean... if they have it, they have it. Yeah, I was like... I mean, there's a no-risk attack there for them. Because, like, I can't block and kill it. Do we want to play anything? Nope, we can't. Alright, sure. Resolves. I wonder if we could still produce enough to win next turn. Because we could play Mavenda, and that still leaves 3 mana. We could replay a Charge Through and then play Show of Confidence. Like, maybe? Alright, so we take 5. They feel confident that they're going to either counter or block something. Or kill something, I guess. How do we want to tap this, though? I think we want to go green, green, white. Because we picked up that Defiant Strike. I mean... do I pay for it? I mean, they're tapped out. So how much can we do here, actually? Let's see. That's 1, right? So that's 2, 3, 4. This is 1, so that's 5. 6, 7, 8. Then another copy is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Damn, we're going to be 1 short. Oh, that's close. That's close. All right. We're just going to pay. Man, if we could have found one more point, I would have done it. But unfortunately, if we could have copied this 3 times, that would have been fine. What did the opponent oops for? I guess they assumed I guess they didn't think I could pay for Mavenda? We get to go first, but it's against Yorion. That's a little bit sketchy. We're going to keep, though. What's sad is I think we actually need to... I feel like whatever we play here is going to be bad. Right? No matter what, we need to draw land. That's our real answer. We just need to draw land. If the opponent plays a tap land and we find an untapped plains, that would be nice. Okay, that's a start. Okay. I mean, I'm surely you want to kill the light scribe, right? Unless they don't have it. Maybe they just want to play a Omen of the Seas? Okay, I guess they are. Oof. Oof. Alright. Well, then I guess let us draw some spells then. Hey, thanks for liking the stream. Alright. Light Scribe, you dead. Pretty sure. There's nowhere they're just going to let that live here. Assuming they found a kill card. But they didn't have one last turn. Okay, there's a Heartless Axe. That makes sense. Okay, what do we do here? Alright, we're going to play Dispara Sentinel because if they do play Extinction Event, it won't get rid of our 1-mana things. It's not bad to pick up, but it's not what we're looking for either. Oh, that's all they have? Oh, come on, deck. Come on. Like, we have things. Let's make it happen. Oh, come on. We have pump spells that can do this. Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. Because now we can play Light Scribe. And then when we cast this, it's going to give everything +1. Yeah, you have to block. Well, you're dead anyway. They don't... I mean... I guess it doesn't really matter, right? This is a situation where you actually can not block, because... if we have it, you're dead. If we don't, then you're still alive. So there's no point in throwing the creature in the way. But that'll do it. Yeah, and I think that all makes a difference. I don't think it's always about just having the best deck. I mean, that is a big deal, but I do think that's a little bit overrated. I think some of it is just, you know, you got to be able to play something you enjoy and that you understand how to play. Whatever we play is just going to get hit with an aspirant, right? So let's just do this. Oh, hey, Peter, thanks for being a supporter. Oh, a Heliod. Ah, okay. That's not cool. Alright, I'm going to do this because we need to draw a land. Actually, no, hold on. How much can we do next turn if we do draw a land? Because this would be 1, 2, 3. Each of these are 4. So that's 4, 8, 12. 13, 14, 15. Man, not enough. But damn, that's close. Yeah, alright. Found a land. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Let's go with this. And then we're going to attack. Actually, I should have played Clarion here, actually. That's a mistake. Yeah, I should have played Clarion here, because if something happened, I would rather happen a Clarion Spirit, and I would have made a token. And then if I played Light Scribe, we'd have been all good. Alright, so you have a Heliod. Great. Oh, that's a bad move, opponent. That's a bad move. Alright. Can we cause lethal this turn? Assuming they block a Lumamancer. Well, they lose double strike. So if they have a second one, but no, we could also block with the Heliod. Block the Heliod though. And math. We could also just play the Clarion Spirit. Play Jaspera Sentinel. Play a Fight as one. Yeah, that gives us more blockers. I like that plan better, actually. And that's going to make it harder for... But this is what I'm saying. Had we had the previous turn played the Clarion Spirit, I think we would have had lethal this turn. Okay. Sure, we'll hit it for one, I guess. Hit a human, hit this. Alright. I mean, we have a lot of blockers, so I don't know. We're at 10. I don't know how this goes bad for us, but let's find out. Alright, Speaker of the Heavens doesn't do anything. Heliod lets you gain some life. So that's a thing. But we just block with the 1/1, so you only gain 2. So that doesn't really cut it. Or actually, do I just want to attack with the flyer? I don't think it matters. I think I'm just thinking too much. Because double strike's just going to deal 2. Then the creature's dead. So they don't get any more out of it. I mean, they could pump the Speaker to effectively be at 6. But we have more than that just from the Fight as one. Yeah, we just attack with everything. We will pump everything. Yeah, like, Yeah, so the list actually worked out. You know, it won some games I wasn't expecting it to, and I lost some I wasn't expecting to. So it's kind of a weird mix. But it actually did have a winning record, and it's actually pretty competitive and fairly cheap to build. So, you know, I would recommend if you're into something different for Magecraft, this could work. As far as changes, I think I would probably cut that Mage Duel, because even just the one, it doesn't come up that often. And I just turn that into another Fight as one. I think there's going to be times the Fight as one's going to be helpful more often than not. And I think you're just going to appreciate having that card more. And then I think we could possibly cut a Forest for another Temple of Plenty. I think if you do that, it kind of makes your mana a little bit more flexible. And it's not going to really hurt a lot of what you're doing. So I think it's totally okay there. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Sol Ring. But not any Sol Ring. We're going to talk about the Secret Layer Sol Ring that came out in the Secret Layer Black is Magic. Mostly because these are shipping out now to people. Some folks are just starting to get them. I have some coming that I'm expecting in the next couple days. But the big deal is, this card's already about $30. And I bring this up because a lot of people are kind of down on the Secret Layer series and whatever, but here's the reality. You could have bought the non-foil set for, what was it, 30 bucks? And here you go, getting all these cards that are playable and high quality, and people are already paying more than the value of the actual set. So that's something we've been seeing with a lot of Secret Layer products. And I think I mentioned this with something else on a previous card spotlight, but yeah, if the Secret Layer has cards that are highly played, there's a good chance some of those individual cards are going to end up being $20, $30, $40 very quickly. So just something to keep your mind on if you're ever debating on whether you want to pick up a set or not. As always, remember you can get this deck list down in the description below. And if you want to come join me on the Facebook streams or the Twitch streams and just be part of the shenanigans or ask questions or whatever, feel free to stop by. Links for those in the description as well. And if you want to get deck help or just come talk about the format or bannings or whatever, you can come do that in our Discord. It's open to everybody, so just grab the link and hop on over. And finally, if you haven't, please do me a favor and hit that like button. It really does help out. Then hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because that lets me know you appreciate what I'm doing. but also let you be notified every time I have a video up. And that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.